Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a love oracle for today. Today is Sunday. It is June 28th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. Love oracle, affirmations, a reading. Use your discernment, okay? We're going to use pretty much what we always use because it is one of my favorites. The Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. You can find this at Crystal Banner. Or sorry, you can find this at kaleidadope.com. And then she also has an Etsy shop if you're interested. I think it was $55 for the deck, I want to say. I know I looked at it like a month and a half ago, I think. I think it's $55. You want out, baby? I have Harley in the studio, the guest room, the cat room, if you will, because the boys attacked her because they didn't get fed when they thought they should get fed, even though it was about a half an hour early. You want out? Harley, you want out? I'll let you out. I don't want to hear nothing if you get attacked again. We got 2 on the table. Whoa. 4 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Somebody's triggered by their soulmate. Like somebody realized they have a soulmate and they realized it's like somebody woke up and realized who this person is. Last shuffle, last shuffle. I haven't heard it in a while, but probably for like a month and a half, 2 months, maybe like a month ago, month and a half ago. That's a lot of math. A lot of readers in their readings were saying, are you going to choose your heart over your mind, your heart over your brain, or are you going to choose your brain over your heart? Like, are you going to choose the mental over your heart space or your heart space over your mental space? Bottom of the deck. We got 6 on the table. Bottom of the deck is manipulation. And top of the deck is deja vu. Deja vu. Somebody thinks that people manipulate their situations. Like somebody thinks that their situations, their romantic connections, lovers situations, partnerships, are all manipulated behind the scenes by other people. I hear ya. I feel ya. This reading might be for me. Part of it anyway. I feel the same way. I think I was talking about it yesterday on YouTube and TikTok. I definitely feel like that. I do. I really do. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's just all in the past now. So, I mean, I I am where I am in my life right now. So, at the end of the day, do I really care? No, not really. It already happened. We're talking about some of these things happened like years ago. Okay. There's nothing I could do about it now. We got triggered. We got soulmate recognition. I said somebody recognized someone realized somebody was their soulmate. Healing. I think 2 people are healing. Not together, but they're healing. Separation. We got ego. And we got follow your heart, bottom of the deck. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates, doesn't matter. So look, I feel like 2 people came into contact And I feel like one person probably knew that it was their soulmate and possibly developed feelings. And I feel like another person did not realize someone was their soulmate until after the fact. Because I, I'm not going to say one, I'm going to say both people, probably a little bit in their ego there. And whatever this situation is behind the scenes, they're both healing. They're both healing. Um, just in general, I think. I mean, it could be from other situations, it could be from other people. I mean, whatever. We're healing all day, every day, from birth to death. So what am I healing from today? Probably that mac and cheese I ate yesterday. Like, I didn't eat mac and cheese yesterday, but that does sound good. If this resonates for you, if this comes around, this person, this soulmate comes back around, or if you go back around towards this soulmate, you're being called to follow your heart. You're being called to set the ego aside. So if they come in and say something, listen, like really listen. I, I, oh, I did not put it on TikTok. I think I put it on YouTube. There's a song. Hold on, let me see. I always say I have it, and then I don't think I have it. Let me look. It's the Goo Goo Dolls. It's not on here. Now I gotta look. I know it's the Goo Goo Dolls. I know it is. Okay, it's called "Come to Me" by the Goo Goo Dolls. Came out in came out the day before my birthday, June 7th, 2013. 4 minutes long. The album is called "Magnetic" by the Goo Goo Dolls. It's called "Come to Me," and it's essentially a couple. Okay, and it's the lead singer, so it's him and a woman. Okay, and they're coming together and they're basically getting married or committing to each other if they're not getting married. But I'm pretty sure he mentions marriage in the song. And it's basically just putting aside everything that happened before and moving forward together in the new. And there's some lyrics in there where he says, I'll forgive you your past if you forgive mine. And I posted about it, I think a couple days ago, last week, I want to say, and I'm pretty sure I posted it on YouTube because I don't think I posted it on TikTok. I could be wrong. It could have been TikTok. Um, I'll forgive you your past if you forgive me mine. Two people are going to come together after a healing, after a separation, and two people are being called to set their ego aside and listen to each other, really listen to each other, and really decide, like, is this a connection worth keeping? Is this a connection worth renewing? Are we good together? Are we meant to be together? That kind of thing. And it's really about, can you set aside your past? Can you forgive someone else theirs? Right? I was watching a reading by one of my favorite readers yesterday or the day before, and she does a collective usually at the beginning, and then she'll do the elements. So she'll, like, right now she does it in order. She does the water signs because we're in water season, Cancer season, and she does earth, then she does fire, and then she does air. Air, we just had air season, so it was first. Now it's to the back of the line. So like every time there's you know what I mean? So air sign will be air element will be back at the beginning when we have Libra in season. Anyway, she was talking about how someone um couldn't go towards the person that they thought was their person because somebody else from their past, an ex-lover, ex-wife, husband, whatever, had dirt on them. Like things you wouldn't want people to know. Like if you know, and not to be too gross or anything, but like maybe like photos of stuff, maybe like knowledge of like threesomes or cheating or whatever. Just, like things happen in relationships and somebody was trying to hold somebody in a connection from going towards a new connection, basically with blackmail, things that they did in their past. And this kind of gives the vibe of what can you forgive somebody for doing and what can't you. And the thing is if you weren't involved and you didn't do it, do you even have a right to judge? Like, do you even, and don't get me wrong, like there are obviously hard no's, hard passes, right? Abuse, rape, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, there are hard passes, right? Like when you find out something about somebody's past. If you found out somebody beat their wife or their girlfriend, would you want to be with them? Like I wouldn't want to be with them, you know? I mean, even if they claim to be, I went to a psychiatrist and now I'm better. I don't hate women, it's like, mm, I wish you the best, but I'm good, you know? But the thing is like what can you forgive, Like if you meet somebody and you fall in love with them and they're your person, and then somebody from their past comes forward and says, oh, well, we were in threesomes and, they had sex with a man or a woman, and me. And, like, is that your place to judge? Is that your place to get upset? Are you going to stop seeing them because they did something in their past, but you know them to be a stand up person now? Like, and I'm giving that as an example because it's what it feels like. It feels like somebody is like somebody has a past and somebody's going to have to tell somebody like, hey, just so you know, like, but like I said, the healing card is here, the separation card is here. Both people are healing from whatever they're healing from. And there are other things, like somebody, could have went to prison for theft, or somebody could have been a drug user, or somebody could have broke into somebody's home and got arrested. There's all kinds of things that people don't want other people to know, but at the end of the day, like if you have a person, if you find your soulmate, like wouldn't you want them to know everything about you? And if you believe in soulmates, the fact is, that other person might already know. They could be highly intuitive, they could be psychic. They might already know, you know? Or it could be one of those, and I'm just throwing out examples because I want you guys to get a gist, but like this could be your soulmate, but this is the ex of like your cousin. Do you want to date your cousin's ex? Like do you want to keep that soulmate? Do you want to release that soulmate? I don't know. Like there's like what are you willing to forgive? What can you forgive, right? Because like I said, there's some hard passes, and everybody's different. Like people forgive their spouses for cheating all the time, over and over and over again. Would I do that? No. No. You'd be gone. I find out you cheated, you'd be gone in a heartbeat. You'd be gone in a heartbeat. Like why would I waste my time? You do it once and I accept it once, you're going to do it again. That's the odds at any rate, right? I wouldn't do that. But I'm just saying, like, what are you willing to put up with? What are you willing to accept? Because you also got to remember this too, at the end of the day. If you forgive somebody, you can't hold stuff over their head. That's not forgiveness. So if you're really truly going to forgive somebody for something and move on in a relationship with them, like, then you have to forgive them, because you can't throw that in their face every time you get in an argument and anytime you get unhappy. You can't. You literally just destroyed your relationship. Especially if they forgave you and they don't bring up what you did. There's something about two people are going to follow their hearts, though. I just heard this could be a doozy. You know what's funny though is I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it in my head. If this doesn't resonate for me, but if this was to resonate, I'd be like, I'd be the one with the doozy past. I like, hands down, I'd be the one like, do you forgive me? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Take what you will from it. I hope it resonates for somebody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I hope everybody has a lovely evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.